Hey, what's up, my friends? Jason Woodland back again with Always the Journey TV, episode number 41. Rocking and rolling, having a great time, talking to a ton of amazing people out here in the community about what they do for their jobs, their businesses, their artwork, their side hustles, their event spaces, and everything in between. The whole objective here is to shine more light on what people are doing, just in case there's someone that needs that resource out there. So thank you again so much for joining us and watching these interviews. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Would love to have you on sometime. And then also throw us a like if you enjoy the content. If you have any questions, throw those down in the comments. So today's small business shout out is Maria's Mexican Grill, located at 3336 South, 2300 East in Salt Lake City. That's technically East Mill Creek. It's a wonderful restaurant, and they've been around for just over a year now. I think they're maybe a year and a half, possibly even two now. Time flies. But anyway, go and check them out. Today, I'm really excited about introducing to you my friend Justin Leader. Justin Leader was born and raised in Salt Lake City, spending most of his life in the Cottonwood Heights and Holladay area. He started working with the paper route at the age of 12 years old, and then he moved on to working at a dry cleaner at the age of 13. So he's been a scrapper since he was a little kid. Justin has worked a multitude of different types of jobs, everything from fast food, retail, and security, all the way to computers, call centers, oil field work, and now owns an extremely successful printing company. During these jobs, he's always been branching out on the entrepreneurial side of things, starting a computer repair business at the age of 16 years old, which he ran for almost 10 years. Really exciting stuff there. And he also did mobile phone repair. Justin started the printing company by accident, he says. I'm excited to find out more about how that accident occurred and share that with you guys. Justin's hobbies include working out, hiking, mountain biking, golfing, and all kinds of outdoor related activities. He loves spending time outdoors with his girlfriend, Nicole. In 2015, he was very overweight, and he took it as a time to really dedicate to make a change. He said he went from 308 pounds all the way down to 220 pounds by the end of the year. And he picked up a lot of these hobbies and interests along the way. As a print shop owner, he does a ton to give back to the community, which is one of the many reasons why I really like this guy, Justin. He's such a cool guy. He donates a ton to charity and offers discounts to nonprofits whenever he's able to. When the COVID shutdown started, he created websites for his service industry customers, people in the bar and restaurant industry. Was doing some selling of their merchandise, printing and fulfilling in-house, and then giving a check to these bars and restaurants for the profits for the employees. So really cool stuff there. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce my dear friend, Justin Leader. What's up, my man?
Hey, how's it going?
Dude, it's unbelievable. It's a freaking beautiful day, like always, and rocking and rolling this morning. What's going on with you?
Same. Just happy to be here, and always good to see you, Jason.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And it's always good to see you as well. I love that you're already in your warehouse, rocking and rolling. That's always good to see.
Yeah, I'm usually here by 8 a.m., if not earlier, every day.
Awesome, man. So I wanted to have you on because, first of all, I mean, you're just a stand-up guy all the way around. But you've got an amazing product and service that is helping a ton of businesses with their marketing and branding. And I wanted to be able to share that with my viewers. So, but first of all, can you tell us more specifically about what got you inspired to start this kind of business? You said it was by accident. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, it was a total accident. Always been kind of an entrepreneur. When I was struggling to lose the weight or starting to lose the weight, me and my cousin started a supplement company. We realized how many people were clueless as to what supplements, and there's a million different brands out there. Started that up, and about a year into it, I was having some issues with the printer that I was hiring to print all my stuff. And when somebody messes up, $150 pair of pants or $100 jacket, it hurts pretty bad for the people I sponsored. And decided if they're paying somebody, 10, 12 bucks an hour, I could figure out how to do this. Bought some equipment, started working on doing just my own stuff, mainly for my sponsors, still ordering the big orders from the print shops. Still having issues here and there. People started asking, "Oh, who does your stuff?" Well, I do most of it. how much would you charge me to do this? Let me figure that out. And then the orders started coming in, and this totally took over. We got rid of the supplement company, and now I'm doing this full time.
Wow. How long ago was that?
2016.
Okay. So you've been in the print business since 2016 as a business, right?
Yep. March 1st will be our 5-year anniversary.
Dang, time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And as an entrepreneur, it seems to go twice as fast.
Yes, it does.
And so does your hair.
Yeah.
Or at least
it's
my
easier
hair
just to shave
anyway.
the head. Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, it's really interesting just looking at the business owner and the entrepreneurial landscape, how many businesses came from either necessity or by accident because of a pivot point that happened. And that wasn't the original goal in the very beginning, huh?
No, it wasn't at all. It just happened.
Dang, that is awesome. So did you start out with everything in-house, or were you doing outsourcing in the beginning? Like, what did that path look like?
I started with smaller stuff in-house, outsourcing, screen print, embroidery, that kind of stuff. I was doing a lot of the vinyl, the heat transfer, and smaller jobs in-house, and then expanded from there. Obviously, couldn't afford some of the big printers when we first started out, but by the 6-month mark, I bought my first wide format printer, and really started expanding after that.
Nice. So let's do a deep dive into your business itself. I want to learn more specifically. And of course, I've been down your place. It's such an awesome warehouse. You guys do kick butt work, but I want my viewers to really understand too, on a granular level, what it is that you do.
We like to call ourselves a one-stop print shop. We handle just about anything print related. What we do specialize in is the apparel side of things. So t-shirt, hat, hoodies, bags, pretty much any kind of fabric being decorated on. In-house, we do it all. We are one of the few shops that has digital capabilities, so direct to garment printing, as well as full color heat transfer. There's a lot of different options. In fact, a lot of the big screen print shops contract us to do their digital work.
Oh, interesting. So not only do you do everything in-house in your big warehouse you've got there in the Murray area, but you actually do a lot of other companies that are doing somewhat of the same kind of business, but you actually handle their outsource work.
Yeah, a lot of the bigger screen print shops don't do direct to garment or digital printing, dye sub, DTG, heat transfer. And if they do, they're not very good at it. And a lot of them have realized that it's easier for them to just contract it out to us. So we handle a lot of it.
Okay, that's amazing. So and let's do a deep dive now on the product base that you can handle. So people are going to come to you if they want to have hats made for their business, their nonprofit, or maybe they've got a 5K. You can handle all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, we can handle orders as small as one piece all the way up to we've handled 10,000 plus piece orders.
Okay, that was my next question is there such thing as a job too small, and is there such thing as a job too big?
It depends on the process. With embroidery, we do have a minimum of 12 pieces, which is one of the smaller minimums in the industry. The main reason is it takes us longer to set up the machine and run one piece than it does to run 12.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so we'd have to charge you for 12 with the amount of time it takes. So we just kind of set our minimum there. But as far as t-shirts and everything, we have done plenty of one-offs.
Okay, great. So, so you can do t-shirts, you can do sweaters, you can do pants, you can do hats, you can do masks. I know that because you did some masks for me.
We have done thousands of masks.
I bet. And also, from what I understand, you have different types of masks that people can choose from. Is that right?
Yeah, right now we have about 10 different styles that we offer. I was pretty fortunate when the shutdown hit. We were already doing some custom cut and sew neck gaiters to where we were sublimating the full thing, cutting the fabric out, stitching them together. So there was a perfect seam and your color, your design can be anywhere on it. I started using that fabric. I met with my guy that does all my laser work, and I designed a template, had him cut it out. And what that did is that sealed in the edges, so there was no seams and it wouldn't fray. And we were one of the first fully customizable masks in Utah.
Wow. Dang, good work. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you also do all kinds of promotional items. So you do
Yes.
mugs, you can do those sort of the thing you were just drinking out of. What do they call those things?
Hydro flasks, water bottles, pens, mouse pads, flash drives,
Perfect.
pretty much anything, you name it, we can do it. We also do wide format printing, so banners, vehicle wraps, signage.
Okay, cool. So all kinds of banners. So outdoor banners, indoor banners. You do like the vinyl kind of banners. Is that right?
We do vinyl and fabric, so we can do the step and repeat banners, kind of looks like you're walking down the red carpet style. We do backdrops for podcasts. There's a lot of different stuff that we do.
Nice. Okay. So if someone came to you and they wanted something regarding a promotional product or some kind of signage or something, what would you say you don't do? Because I know your breadth of what you do is huge. So what would you say you don't do?
Offset, so paper printing, flyers, brochures, door hangers, those are typically done a lot cheaper with the competition, and I'm not afraid to just refer you to some of the people that do that.
Okay, that's great. Great to know. Okay, so if someone says, "Hey, I want to print 10,000 flyers," you're not going to be the place for that. But if they want to do some huge banner for an event, you're the place for that.
Yep. And we also do yard signs, those kind of things. It's mainly just the paper products that I have to outsource. And at that point, it's easier for somebody to go and work with the expert on that side.
Yep. Okay, perfect. And then as far as banners and that kind of stuff, is there such thing as something that's too big that you could handle?
No, just keep in mind that the widest printer for banner material and the widest roll of banner material you can buy is 10 feet. So if we go bigger, there's going to be a seam in it. We have done, I believe the biggest one we did was 60 feet by 45 feet. And it was hung on the side of a building.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, cool. So what would you say, what kind of product do you find to be one of the most popular products you do for small businesses as far as promotional products?
T-shirts are definitely best bang for your buck. When you're thinking promotional products, you want most impressions, right? And somebody wearing a T-shirt, it's going to be seen by 50 to 100 people if you just go to the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
The most popular promotional product that we sell are pens, and water bottles are a close second.
Oh, interesting. And then also with pens, I mean, you've got everything from like your most affordable pen you can buy all the way. I mean, it just runs the gamut. You can get as high end of a pen as you want that you can handle. Is that right?
Yes.
Maybe not Mont Blancs per se, but
yeah, I don't think we can go that high end, but we can go anywhere from there. If you're ordering thousands, they get as cheap as 25 cents all the way up to a couple dollars a piece.
Okay, that's awesome. What geographic locations do you guys handle?
We have handled orders all over the continental United States.
Okay, that's great. So, if someone was to want to work with you, do they just reach out to you via phone? Do they what does that look like?
A lot of people nowadays text, which is totally acceptable. We prefer email because then we can see the art. That art and quantities are going to be playing the biggest factor in pricing. And a lot of people are, hey, how much to do this? Really need to see the art so we know the best process to print it.
Yeah, definitely. And then as far as the actual, let's say someone comes to you with their logo, what format do you need their logo in?
We prefer vector, which is PDF, AI, EPS, and the PDF would be one that your designer created and sent to you. The main reason for that is those are scalable. So we can make them as big as we want without it getting pixelated or fuzzy. With a PNG or a JPEG or a GIF. Those ones, if we try and scale them, they can get fuzzy or pixelated, and it'll print that way.
Yeah, good point. And then as far as the actual print, let's say someone comes to you with a t-shirt idea. Is there any maximum amount of colors that you can handle?
No, with us being digital, we can handle completely full color. It's our direct-to-garment printer is basically you load a shirt in there and hit print, and it prints the full color design on the shirt.
Wow, that's amazing. So then my next question is, if someone, let's say, wanted to start a clothing brand, could they utilize your service to have their stuff printed on the shirts?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have done work for different clothing brands.
Okay, cool. And then also, as far as that digital print, I'm assuming it stays on, really well after multiple washes. I mean, tell me a little bit about that quality level.
Yeah, we our new direct-to-garment printer is Epson's new one. We're fortunate enough to be the only person in Utah with it. It was the 7th one installed in the country because of our reputation with the previous one we had in Epson. However, the previous one that we did have before I got this one of the first prints I did was at a podcast summit in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And I still see those shirts around, and people are wearing them. They're not cracked. They're not falling off. The washability and the longevity of it is just as good as screen print, in my opinion.
Wow, that's amazing. What would you say is the main difference as far as quality goes from digital to screen print? What would you say is that difference there?
The screen print is a lot cheaper. The ink is cheaper. It's also embedded into the fibers a little bit better than the direct-to-garment print is. So on lower colors or really large runs, screen print is definitely a better option. It's a more affordable option. It holds up just as well. Digital for crazy amounts of colors or gradients or smaller runs is definitely the better option too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's thanks for sharing that the difference between those. That's great. Okay, so you can handle. Here's a question. So let's say someone had a t-shirt line. Do you guys do anything with the tags in the back there, like more custom style tags?
We do. There's a lot of shirt options that we can get with tearaway tags, and we will print a custom net tag in there. Those do have a little bit higher minimums because It is a lot of work to set up to print for every different size.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So really from, because I mean, there's a lot of people that have, t-shirt lines and that kind of stuff. But for the people who are really wanting to take that next level and really create that brand, so to speak, they would probably want to do something along that line, and you can handle that.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. What else would you like to share regarding your business that I might be missing? Because there's a lot of aspects to your business that are really cool and exciting, and I just want to make sure my viewers have a full breadth of understanding of what you do.
I really think that you covered a lot of it. If there are any questions, or if you think something can't be done, let us know, because we do specialize in some of the extreme stuff. We did a bed frame for somebody. It ended up being 14 feet wide, and it was a famous rapper's signature on the bed.
Like on the actual mattress?
No, it was on the footer of the bed. It was this huge round bed, and it wrapped around the front of it. And the bed manufacturer found us from our reputation. They're like, hey, we've called 4 other companies, and they all said you.
Wow.
And we figured out how to do it when all of them said it wasn't possible.
So you did a famous rapper's bed frame with his signature on it.
Yes.
Dang. Okay. So yeah, you guys definitely. I mean, I've always referred over to you guys for all kinds of just like sort of out of the box kind of stuff. But I mean, you're literally saying, "Hey, bring everything to me, and we'll navigate it from there."
Right. And if it can't be done, I'm not afraid to say that, hey, we can't do it this way. We might be able to do it this way.
Nice. Okay. And also, I did want to touch on, so you said that you guys can also do the actual printing of the car wraps. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty amazing. And then also, what about, just let's say someone wanted to have a different color car. Can you actually just handle the wrap of just a color without any printing on it?
The color changes, the standard color changes, I actually refer to my cousin. He owns Elite Vinyl Works. He's an Avery and 3M certified installer. He's awesome. And that way I'm not trying to take chunk, when really where we focus is on the design of the wrap and the full color print, advertising, that kind of stuff.
Okay, that's way cool. That's good to know. What is the best way for people to get a hold of you?
You can go to the website. There's a contact form there, or shoot us an email at info@jcprodesign.com. If you want to check out the promotional products, we have a site dedicated just to that, which is jcprodesignpromos.com. Pretty simple. There's a link on our main page for it too. So
I was just going to ask, is there a link on your main page?
Yes.
And that'll open up the entire catalog of things that people can have printed for their business.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome stuff. Also, do you do any kind of like a free consultation? So if someone said, hey, I've got this idea for this thing, can they talk to you and say, hey, here's my idea, and have you sort of go through it? Or like, how does that look?
Yeah, we don't charge for conversations to get going and everything. Really, most of the pricing when I'm giving you a price, it kind of includes us working on the art a little bit. Really complex art stuff, we do have to charge because it is a timely process sometimes. But for the most part, we try and incorporate everything so there's no blindsides or surprises.
Yeah, exactly. Because there can definitely be that in your business, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so being it that we're seeing a lot of these supply chains slowing down and everything with the whole COVID experience, what could someone sort of expect in terms of a turnaround? If you can give me sort of like an idea for a particular product and its average turnaround, and then maybe a more complex product and its turnaround at this point in time.
Right now, a lot of the promotional products, so pens, flash drives, water bottles, a lot of the lower cost promotional items do come from China. And with COVID, instead of a 2-week turn, we're closer to 3, sometimes 3.5 or 4. Shipping times are killing all of us, I think. Even Amazon can't keep up with their 2 days sometimes. So as far as the apparel side goes, hoodies are in short supply. A lot are back ordered. I've explained to a few of my customers that sometimes to fill their order, we have to fill it with different brands just to make sure that we can get it. Larges, extra larges are in really short supply right now.
Wow, interesting. And obviously supply chains are having some problems and so forth, but can you tell me, why does there seem to be such, I mean, is there a huge demand, just a buying demand for them right now, or is it strictly because of the supply chain effect? What's going on?
It is the supply chain effect. After talking with a few of my reps with the different companies, there is a worldwide fleece shortage. All the mills shut down for a couple of months for COVID. And when they came back, some of them switched to making masks. Some of them went straight back to it. Well, to top it off, there was actually a fire in one of the leading fleece manufacturers. I don't know if it was China or Japan. And so you add that on top of it, and fleece is just hard to get right now.
Wow. Yeah, of course, that makes sense with all the manufacturers around the world all shutting down. I mean, for every product, whether it be desks and bookcases to cars to, everything under the sun. So that's ultra interesting. Okay, so you're still saying though, for fleece, when you said maybe combining a few different brands, you're saying maybe if there's smalls and mediums might be one type of brand, and larges and extra larges might be a different type of brand, but the same concept. So like, let's say it's black hoodies. They might be two different brands that you're mixing it up depending on the time. Is that right?
Yes. And we try and make sure that they're real similar in weight, feel, style, the way they fit. They may, depending on the dye batch, they might just be a shade different, a black. As I'm sure you've seen if you look at the t-shirts in your closet, some of them are really deep, dark black. Some of them are a little bit lighter. That's pretty much out of our control right now. If you want to be able to fill a full size order, that way we can also keep our turnaround times. Typically our turnaround times here, we like to say we're 7 to 10 business days.
Yeah.
So we're pretty quick. If you don't mind waiting 3-4 weeks, then we can wait and see if they get hoodies in stock, and we can keep them all the same brand. But most people are pretty happy that we can just fill it and get it out.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the other thing that I wanted to just give you props on is that you're ultra on top of things. You know, I mean, the orders that I've put in with you before, people I've referred to you, you jump on your emails quick, you respond to texts and phone calls quick, you're on top of your orders quick. I mean, you handle business on a very tight, like, I mean, you're legit. Let's just say that. How do you feel like I mean, you do a great job with that. How do you do that with how busy you are?
We do get backed up sometimes. Sometimes it might take, 3-4 hours to respond to an email. Sometimes but usually we're trying within the first 24 hours to get a response. I know the frustrations from me being on the other side, and that's a big motivating factor to me. I do have pretty good employees that it's really nice being able to trust them to do work while I can focus on this sometimes. Every once in a while, a little chaos does happen. We have to fix something or figure out a problem, but
yeah. So you're in business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Business isn't business if you don't have something coming at you from every direction possible, here and there, at least. Okay.
That is the truth.
So I like to end by asking this question. What is one of your favorite quotes or favorite songs, or both?
My favorite quote: "Failure forces us to learn even when we don't want to."
I love that. Man, I love that, because that is the truth. Cool, man. Well, this has been a sincere pleasure getting to really do a deep dive in your business, and letting my viewers be able to check you out and see what you got going on down there. To hopefully, I mean, you guys are kicking butt and taking names anyway, but it's always good to bring more people in your business, no matter what.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate you bringing me on the show.
Absolutely, my friend. Well, I'm going to place you in the green room for just a few moments, and then we'll catch up just right after I wrap up the show. Is that cool with you?
That works.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you in just a sec. All right, so there you go, my friends. Justin Leader, JC Pro Design. Definitely reach out to them if you need any kind of promotional products or anything along those lines. You've got a clothing line, reach out to Justin. Like I said, he's a stand-up guy. He's on top of things. Every time I've ever texted or called him or sent him an email, I'm talking this like, it's surprisingly so quickly. And of course, he runs an extremely successful and very busy business. So if it takes a few hours, like he said, hang tight and he'll be right with you. But definitely check them out. Also, subscribe to the channel. I keep pointing like I've got a subscribe button. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. Would love to have you. Throw us a like. If you've got a question, throw it in the comments. If I don't have the answer to it, Justin will, and we'll be right on top of it. Thank you so much for joining us. I sincerely appreciate it. Have an amazing rest of your week, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.